Hi, everybody. It's your old pal Chuck, and I am excited to bring to you a very special review today. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I present to you the brand new Simplified Deluxe Class Prime Beast Hunters Bumblebee. As you can see, and as you know from the news at BotCon, this is an upscaled version of the Legends figure. The ball joints have been replaced by pin and socket universal joints, traditionally found on 3 3/4 inch action figures. But the paint is basically the same. I've noticed that there's a couple extra pegs, but we'll get to that in a bit. And his weapon is different. Instead of coming with that crossbow axe type of deal, Bumblebee comes with a sword. Now, the one thing about the sword is I'm not really sure how to hold it. This is how I think it's supposed to go because, as you can see, this longer front edge, which I would assume is the handguard, would go forward. But on the packaging, it's shown like this, and I can see that there's this curved bit. So maybe it's, do it your own way, but put that off to the side. Very nice, um, metallic green, like a turquoise type of sheen to it. Very nicely done. Now the figure, it's the Legends figure. I will say the yellow is not as bright. It's more like a goldenrod, um, and it's a very flat paint. You have that great turquoise metallic color scheme here up on the spikes on the shoulders. Silver here for the guns. Little red highlights. That's about it. There are, of course, the same weapon ports that there were on the Legends figure. Again, upscale, not altering the design. So if you want, you can peg the sword in right here and, use it as a side dagger or what have you. But, yeah, articulation. Basically, it's the same that the Legends figure had. It's just that now, instead of having a ball joint do all the work, you have a forward swivel here, and the outward side swivel, that's due to the universal joint. And down here at the hips, you have the same thing, forward and out from the universal. No neck, no waist, no knees, no elbows. So yeah, let's get into the transformation. Okay, transformation is just like the Legends figure. Although, I do have to call shenanigans on something. The packaging promotes a 4-step transformation. I don't agree with that, because for each step, they're combining steps. For example, step one is flipping up the feet. Now, me, and I would assume children that this figure is geared to, would have to use both hands to hold the leg and flip the foot up, and not just grab one and do it at the same time. Also, when you get to the torso, they leave out the part where you have to swing his arms back to slide in. I'll point it out when we get to it. But to begin, let's start off. Just flip the feet up, just like that, and then go ahead and peg the legs together. They go together quite nicely. Next, what you want to do is come up here to the torso, and this is one thing I like over the Legends figure. The torso actually pegs in, frictions in, what have you, and it holds in place. That was the problem where it would just flop around when you would try to move the arms. So now we get to my second issue with the instructions. Basically, they said to finish, just slide the arms down. Well, no. You have to rotate the arms down, and then you can slide them back into place. And there are these great tabs right here that will peg into slots on the arms, and they are really tight, really deep, so you'll get a good fit. And yeah, just peg everything together, and there's Bumblebee's car mode. Um, I think there's a little bit less paint detail, especially here on the back where the windows are. I don't remember from the original Legends figure. It's been a while. But I do like having a nice, solid, chunky plastic here. The sword can be pegged in multiple places. Put it in right on top there, or, as you know, I do like crazy driver mode. Yep, you can just drive your Bumblebee with a giant sword sticking out, and you can chop people's limbs off. This, my friends, is fun. The new line of Simplified Deluxes from Hasbro has been met with a lot of controversy from within the fandom. As of this recording, Hasbro recently, as in the day before, released a statement, and it's actually been picked up by the general geek toy mainstream media about changing the design of Transformers for the new Transformers movie, Age of Extinction. Let me be clear. As it is right now, there will be the generations line for adults who want, to spend 5 hours transforming a foot. But for kids who might be a little too old for rescue bots, but too young for those kind of figures, these fit in great. It's an intuitive transformation design. It doesn't take 3 hours, and you know what? These are fun figures. This is a real throwback to the Bumblebee I remember, the Optimus Prime I remember, from when I was a child. Is it super articulated? Can it do yoga? No, but it moves how it has to. And when they're on their floor playing with the Autobots and the Decepticons, and they're, swinging the robot around, it'll be fine. The plastic quality is good, and overall, the tolerances of the joints are quite nice. I can see maybe over time the pegs loosening up, especially here in the chest that's holding it in place, and probably where the arms peg into the windshield. If you have a young Transformer fan at home, definitely pick up one or two of these for them. It'll be a lot of fun. And if you yourself are looking for like a simple desk toy, then definitely I can recommend Bumblebee to fit that need. This is your old pal Chuck for Bumblebee. We'll see you next time.